Today's movie news headlines includes Fantastic Four. Is it supposed to be part of Marvel's Phase 4? Doctor Strange, was he supposed to appear in Wandavision? We do have some Elizabeth Olsen news we can talk about today. Stephen Lang is first glimpse on Don't Breathe 2. Colin Trevorrow shares some Jurassic World Dominion news with us. And it's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Bad Batch has dropped. We'll talk about some initial reactions and what you're watching here on Star Wars Day. And if you don't know, all of these topics can be found in time codes in the description, comment section, and on that bar on YouTube. You're watching Mere Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. Let's begin with Marvel Studios and Fantastic Four. Yesterday, Marvel Studios released a small trailer called Marvel Studios Celebration Movies, where they released their Phase 4 slate, and everybody's been milking this material for everything they've got, so why not me too? I mean, come on. Well, they ended that little trailer with a vision of, 4. They put up this logo of 4, and everybody's like, is that Fantastic Four? Is that Fantastic Four? And they're hinting at it. I think everybody is cluing into it. Yes, that's them giving the nod that eventually Fantastic Four is going to be coming down the works. It's going to be in maybe not this phase, but maybe next one. Maybe this phase, instead of an Avengers movie, it ends with the Fantastic Four. Who knows? Marvel does a lot of this stuff really cool, and that's just a tribute to us as fans. It's kind of like, they know we're smart. They know we'll pick up on this. But I'm not going to speculate as to what the Fantastic Four could be or who's in the cast, because we don't have really anything like that. But MovieWeb has something up about Ryan Reynolds chiming in on this, and I thought I would take a look at that. Ryan Reynolds wants to reboot Fantastic Four with its Always Sunny in Philadelphia cast. Now, come on, guys. You know that this is just, I mean, some guy did some mock-up of the artwork there. Now, did you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Obviously, you guys know that this can't happen. Danny DeVito is the thing. Come on. But I thought it was fun. It's just something out there. Everybody's talking about the Marvel Phase 4 slate, and if you want to talk about Fantastic Four, I thought that would catch your eye. That would be like, something that they didn't talk about, though, a lot in the release yesterday was a lot of the TV shows like WandaVision, Loki, Falcon and Winter Soldier 2, any of the other upcoming ones like Miss Marvel. Well, they sort of did with the Marvels, but you know what I'm saying here. I want to go back to WandaVision here quickly. Yesterday, they broke a small story as to Doctor Strange and WandaVision. WandaVision, they were trying to think of originally of trying to get Doctor Strange in there, and this is where maybe some of the SJWs will get triggered by their use of pronouns. And now I like WandaVision. I thought it wrapped up very well. And we'll talk about some of that closing sequence. Elizabeth Olsen had a quote that we'll talk about. But apparently, yeah, they were thinking about putting Doctor Strange in there, because this was supposed to tie into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness that got announced yesterday, that release date. And we all knew it, but we didn't think that we may see him, we may not. But now they confirmed by Feige himself, that Kevin Feige said that they were going to put him in, but they felt like it would take away from Wanda coming into her own. The SJWs will report that they didn't want a white guy saving her at the end. Don't pay attention to that stuff. That's tripe. Okay, but what did Feige say? Some people might say, oh, it would have been cool to see Doctor Strange, and yes, I think most of us would agree that it would be, but it would have taken away from Wanda. We didn't want the end of the show to be commoditized to the next movie. here's the white guy. Let me show you how power works. It's like, yeah, okay, so he said it himself. He brought that in. He brought that social narrative into it. Guys, they thought about it and they felt like it, they would just detract. It would be like, Wow. Yeah. But it would have been cool. It would have been cool to see Doctor Strange in it. You know what? Maybe even if they just used his voice, like at the end, which was just, I don't know. What did you think? Continuing on with some Elizabeth Olsen news about WandaVision 2. Let's go over to Screen Rant. They've got an article up about that post-credit scene. Because if they were going to show Strange, maybe it would have been in the post-credit scene. But she decides to go into self-isolation, and Elizabeth Olsen just quickly says something here about that reasoning. It's something that we all pretty much figured out for ourselves. She had to get away before the people who have to hold her accountable got there. Yeah, because she flew away from the police before they came and arrested her or whatever. And where she went is a place that no one could find her, definitely, because she knows that she is going to be held accountable, and I think she has a tremendous amount of guilt. Okay, so she knows eventually somewhere down the lines that there's going to have to be a reckoning for what happened there in WandaVision, in that town. So, in Westview. I don't know if, there's definitely a lot of story there that they can mine, but it's not going to be definitely not like WandaVision if they're going to continue her story, and where. Obviously, we're going to see her in Doctor Strange 2 and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So we'll see there where this picks up. There's going to be some interesting things to tie in there. I felt like we should just highlight that quote because it's a theme, right? There's a theme building here. But let's close out this little story bit with some other minor Elizabeth Olsen news because I'm a fan of Elizabeth Olsen. Apparently, she's going to be working on HBO Max, a movie called, or a series called Love and Death. I really like Elizabeth Olsen a lot. It's a limited series. It's going to be based on a real-life serial killer in Texas, Candy Montgomery. It's based on the book Evidence of Love, a true story of passion and death in the suburbs. Now, I never read this book, and I never even heard of this person. But, it was going to be based on real-life events. It's a short story of her doing terrible and awful things. I shouldn't laugh at that. But, I love her work, and HBO Max is always good at producing good content. Dungeons & Dragons! Filming begins on Paramount's Chris Pine-led pick. This happened like yesterday, but everybody was talking about that Marvel stuff, and it's just a small little thing saying that director Jonathan Goldstein took on to Twitter to say that Dungeons & Dragons is underway with Chris Pine and a whole bunch of people, right? Joe Manganiello was helping to develop that. That's cool because he's a very hardcore D&D player. I don't know too much about what the story is supposed to be about, guys. It's got Michelle Rodriguez, Justice Smith. Hugh Grant is in this one. Sophia Lillis from the It films. Okay. Yeah, I like her. I want to see more work from her. She was a standout in It. She just commands the screen. Chloe Coleman and Bridgerton breakout Regé Jean Page. Is that the dude? I don't know, whatever. Dungeons & Dragons movie. It started. Cool. Colin Trevorrow shared some of Michael Giacchino's Jurassic World Dominion score, and it's terrifying. Now, guys, I'm not going to play it, but it was on his Instagram. Jurassic World is going to be coming out next summer, and they've been working on it. I think it probably could have come out this year, but since everything got pushed around, it got pushed until next year. Now, if you want to go to his Instagram and listen to it, guys, it's just classic kind of music, but it sounds cool, and he's playing some sort of game. I don't know what game he's playing there, but he shares some of the score for it. It's got that ominous feeling to it, and I thought that you should check that out if that's something that's your bag. And let's wrap up with Star Wars today, guys. Bad Batch has dropped on Disney Plus. I haven't seen it yet. It's a series that's supposed to be a continuation of the Clone Wars and a starting point for people who've never watched that show. Okay, well, it has to do with something with the clones, right? Obviously, the Bad Batch and And it's going to be loosely tied into things about Mandalorian, and that's cool. I think that's cool. I'm definitely going to have to watch it, but I don't think I'm going to do reaction and reviews for it because I can't keep up with that stuff. It's very hard for me, but I do like it. I do want to check this out for Star Wars Day, and some of the initial reactions that I've seen from people who do reviews and stuff like that, they've said that they've really enjoyed it. Let's just take a quick little spiel here. It's enough of a spoiler that we won't say exactly who it is who shows up, but let's say it is a kid version of a beloved Star Wars Rebels character in the Bad Batch in the first 15 minutes. So people are hyped about it. Yeah. I'll have to check it out. What are you guys checking out for Star Wars Day, May the 4th? I was looking on Twitter, and people have been really recognizing Rogue One. Rogue One's been trending. For me, guys, out of the Disney era movies, Rogue One, hands down, is the best movie they've made. Say what you will about the sequel trilogy. I know a lot of people like it. For me, I feel like the further we get away from the sequel trilogy, it's further down on the list for me. But I want to highlight what I would be watching, other than something from the original trilogy, something that a lot of people probably won't be watching. It's the Ewok movies. Now, the first one, Caravan of Courage, is a hard watch. It's a hard watch. It was made for TV, guys. It shows that it was very much made for TV. It's people walking in somebody's backyard filming. It's got that vibe to it. But you know what? Battle of Endor, as cheesy as some of the visual effects are, and some of the costuming, it's got a fairly interesting, compelling enough story because it's got that oatmeal guy in it. Come on, think of his name, James. I can't remember his name right now. But anyway, check that out. What are you watching for May the 4th? Let me know in the comments below. And that's the way that it's been today for May the 4th. In the realm of movie news, let me know what you thought about some of these stories in the comments below, and we'll talk about it. Marvel Phase 4. Fantastic Four. I want to see it, man.